This is the second how to answer exam questions related to periodicity. On the screen is information related to the first ionization energy of three elements that are in period 2 in the periodic table, and you can see that as you move across the period from lithium across to fluorine, group 1 to group 7, that the first ionization energy increases quite significantly. And the question is quite simple. Explain the trend across period 2 shown in the information above. So, how do we go about this? Once again, the marks are indicated for the question. So we're looking for three specific things, and in this type of question, once again I'll repeat that we're also looking for the quality of the written response. So it's not good enough to write three disjointed sentences. We've got to use some connectives, paragraphing, etc. So it's a coherent piece of written work. So where do we begin? What's the first marking point? The first marking point relates to nuclear charge, and it's something like one of these sentences. So, as you move across period 2, the number of protons in the atoms of the elements increases, or as you move across the period, there is greater nuclear charge in the atoms. This links to our second marking point, which is either a distance or shielding mark. So we can say, as we move across period 2, the number of electrons also increases, but these electrons go into the same shell. We could say the outer electrons experience the same electron shielding because they are in the same shell. We could say the electron shielding is similar as we move across the period 2. And the distance mark would be, as we move across period 2, the atomic radius decreases, which means the outer electrons are closer to the nucleus. This links well into our third marking point, which is about the nuclear attraction to the outer electron mark. So we could say that the electron in the outer shell experiences greater attraction because of the increased number of protons in the nucleus, or the outer electrons are attracted more strongly to the nucleus, or there is a lesser scientific answer, but there is a greater nuclear pull on the outer electron, so it is harder to lose an electron, therefore the ionization energy increases. So we've got three marking points which we assemble into sentences which explain why the ionization energy increases as we move across period 2 from lithium to fluorine. You could actually get the same question with referencing period 3 of the periodic table, and you would answer it in exactly the same way. Whenever we're referring to ionization energies, they increase as we go from group 1 across to group 7, in other words across a period of the periodic table, and in every case every answer is related to the nuclear charge increasing, the shielding effect being effectively the same, and the nuclear attraction increasing because you have a greater number of protons in the nucleus as you move across the period, so a greater hold on the electrons in the outer shell, so it's harder to remove, so ionization energy increases. Hope this helps. Thanks.